Si può avere nostalgia di un luogo dove non sei mai stato. Piangere un tempo mai vissuto.
In una Londra non certo post-apocalittica, ma decisamente poco primaverile, abbiamo seguito per voi la premiera europea di Oblivion, affascinante e romantico epos fantascientifico diretto da Joseph Kosinski e interpretato dal super divo Tom Cruise e dalla splendida Olga Kurylenko.
I have a question about touring with Tom. How does it feel? How do you describe it?
Well, it's not something you want to get used to because I told my wife we're going to be riding coach class in a couple weeks, so don't get used to this kind of treatment. But it's been an amazing experience. You know, we get to travel the world in 7 days, so it's a whirlwind, but it's fun.
Does he always stop with the fans and sign every single autograph and be generous with them?
Yes, that's the Tom Cruise I've gotten to know. It doesn't matter where you are, even if you're not doing press for the movie. No matter where we are, he gets mobbed and he signs every autograph, he takes every picture. He's always been that way.
Joseph, the film, there's overtones of lots of different sci-fi films here.
Yeah.
Particularly to me, it reminded me of things like WALL-E and Moon. I wonder, were they major influences on you, or was it other movies?
No, I mean, for me it was 70s science fiction, which I think, you know, WALL-E and Moon are both also homages to that same period of science fiction when it was character-driven, story-driven. They didn't have all the visual effects that we have today. So I wanted to make a character-driven science fiction film set in the daylight with some spectacular action, but also some romance, some drama, some mystery, and ask some really big questions, which I think great sci-fi does.
Tell us about touring with Tom Cruise. How would you describe it? Is it different from anything else?
Well, it's big. Yeah, it's very different. It's huge. The amount of fans that Tom has in all these countries that we're going to is just incredible. Yeah.
Is it the kind of film that you enjoy watching? Because the experience also, especially on IMAX tonight, the experience is so beautiful.
Yes, the experience was great, and it was just as fun watching it because I kept being surprised, even though I read the script and I participated in the movie. But when I was watching it, I kept grabbing the arm of the person that was sitting next to me because I was so surprised by everything that was happening. So it's quite an exciting film. You'll see. You won't be able to predict what happens.
Fascinating character to watch. Was he as fascinating to play? What's great about Jack Harper?
You know, Jack Harper, it was fascinating to play because here, of course, it takes place 60 years in the future, and he is at the beginning of the film the last man on Earth. And we live in this very cool sky tower that's about a mile above the Earth's surface. But essentially, he's a guy. He's a blue-collar worker. You know, he's a drone repairman. I had so much fun working on the film, and you know, as directors are developing the look of the movie and the story, I spent a lot of time just kind of breaking it down because the story has all of these significant twists and turns all the way up to the final frame, and it was a lot of fun. You know, it was a lot of fun discovering this character.
As a film buff yourself, how much do you like the genre, and how much is sci-fi something fascinating?
You know, I love the genre because it gives us, you know, all movies we're creating. It's not, you know, it's not real. It's movies, but when you're doing sci-fi or something of this nature, it's so definitively a different world. Yet this is an earthbound sci-fi. And when I saw Joe's design of the film, and Joe Kosinski's the director, I mean, the Sky Tower, it's so beautiful. And the kind of technology for an audience that they might not really necessarily recognize why this film is so different. But even in the Sky Tower, the music is really loud, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. And even in the Sky Tower, when you see it, it's not green screen. One of the things that Joe Kosinski did is he went atop a volcano and he filmed cloud formations night and day and the stars. And then what he did is when we were shooting, he projected those images on a massive screen all the way around, and that's what lit the set. So there's so many details that he brought to the film that it's kind of world creating. You know,
and you've been a major top-level movie star for a long time now, Tom. It doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. So what is it that you do?
I have so much fun. I love what I do.
What is it that you do and have done that your contemporaries seem not to?
Well, I mean, I don't want to compare myself with anyone else. But I can tell you personally, it's something that I love movies, and I always wanted to make movies, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to do something that I love, and I don't take it for granted. It's something that I'm a cinephile, I'm a film geek, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I'm a big fan of films, and I'm always interested in working on different stories, and I spend my days, with different writers, and directors, and actors talking about stories and studying, constantly learning and seeing how we can push the medium and finding ways to create characters. And I think I'm just really interested in it, and I love doing it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Thank you.